Good hair is appealing. Having a full head of hair as a man has been scientifically proven to increase your attractiveness. In most cases, unless you're Dwayne Johnson, Vin Diesel, or Jason Statham, a full head of hair will always be deemed more attractive than a bald one, and science agrees. A study performed in 2015 showed that men with thicker hair on their heads are generally seen as more successful and approachable than men with bald heads. But as important as hair is to a man's attractiveness, these days, more and more men are losing their hair and staring baldness right in the face. Countless guys are already losing their hair in their 20s, which is crazy. And there are various reasons, stress, lifestyle, diet, not to mention genetics, that cause men to lose their hair. So in this video, we'll discuss how you can stop hair loss and maintain healthy, thick hair. Disclaimer, no one single product will save your hair, no matter what the advertisements say. Combining different practices, however, can improve your hair health. Now, before we get into the routine that'll save you, let's talk about the things that your hair will naturally do, which might make you panic. Don't stress. The following happenings are completely normal and nothing to stress about. Normal things that hair does. Normal hair sheds. Have you ever looked down at the drain after washing your hair, seen a clump of hair, and thought, oh God, I'm balding? Don't panic. That's normal. It's normal for your hair to shed. In fact, what you don't know is that you lose hair strands daily, but that doesn't mean all hair loss is normal. If you have longer hair, you'll notice easier than people with short hair. But as long as it's between 50 and 100 strands, it's okay. There are 100,000 follicles or more on each person's scalp, so losing 100 or so hair strands a day won't make much of a difference. Now, if you notice a large clump of hair after you shower or wash your hair, and it's so bad that it's obvious that you've lost your hair, you might need to evaluate your hair care routine, because that's just not normal. Hair looks thin when wet. Your hair will look less dense when it's wet than when it's dry. When your hair retains water, it'll look super thin. You might even be able to see your scalp, but that's completely normal. As long as it goes back to its usual volume when it's dry, you have nothing to worry about. Now that we've covered what your hair does naturally, let's get into what you should do if you want to keep your hair thick and healthy. Wetting hair daily. I know washing your hair every day sounds like the right thing to do, but it might be one of the reasons you're losing hair. When you wet your hair every day, it can lead to cortex swelling, causing temporary protein loss and high growth fatigue. High growth fatigue results from repeated swelling and deswelling of the cortex, which happens when your hair has too much moisture. Instead of washing your hair daily, why not use dry shampoo? It's the best way to wash your hair without getting it wet. Shampoo correctly. Yes, there's an incorrect way to shampoo your hair, and if you've been experiencing hair loss, it's probably because you're not shampooing right. Instead of rubbing the shampoo all over your hair, gently massage it into your scalp. Also, don't scrub your scalp. It's not a rug. Gently rub the shampoo all over your scalp for a few minutes before you rinse. Too much heat. Whether you have straight or curly hair, applying too much heat on your hair can cause it to break. That means you probably have to reduce how frequently you use the blow dryer. Save it for when you're in a hurry. On the days when you have some time, let your hair air dry. And if you want to use a towel, don't rub your hair with the towel. Wrap your hair in the towel or a shirt to absorb the water. If you have to blow dry your hair, use a heat protectant. Combing hair when wet. Now this works for some people, but for others, it's a big no. If you have straight hair, let your hair dry a bit before you gently comb it with a wide tooth comb. But if you have textured hair or tight curls, then you can comb your hair while it's damp using a wide tooth comb. Do not comb your hair when it's completely wet. It's already in a delicate condition, so adding tension to it at that time can lead to your hair breaking. Products with long-lasting holds. Too much product is bad for your hair, but you see those products that are advertised as providing long-lasting holds? Those products are especially bad for your hair, so make sure you don't use them all the time. Instead, go for styles that don't require them. Now let's go over things that you should do if you want thick, healthy hair. Co-wash. Co-washing is not complicated at all. It's basically just washing your hair with conditioner, and only conditioner. It's important to know that co-washing is about using your conditioner in place of your shampoo, which means you have to apply it on your scalp like you would your shampoo. I know it sounds weird to skip your shampoo, but what you might not know is that many shampoos include sulfates, which are basically detergents that clean your hair thoroughly. However, sulfates can also strip your hair of its natural oils and moisture, leaving it dry and more prone to breakage. However, when you co-wash, you provide your hair with deep hydration rather than just cleansing it, as conditioners typically contain ingredients which hydrate and moisturize rather than cleanse. Managing sleep. The way you treat your body will determine how your body treats you. Many functions in your body are connected. One affects the other. If you don't provide your body with enough sleep, it will definitely affect the other parts of your body, including your hair. If you spent any time on this channel, then you know how important sleep is. So don't compromise on that 7 to 8 hours and watch your hair grow healthy. Stress. Stress is another thing that causes hair loss. When you're stressed, your hair can shed at a higher rate than normal. Of course, I'm not saying just don't be stressed. That's not possible. But you can identify what your stressors are and manage them effectively. Managing your hair after a workout. Working out in the morning is a no-brainer. You get the dopamine boost and your skin glows, but your hair becomes a sweaty, gross mess. Now, most guys wash their hair after they work out. The downside of this is if you exercise every day, that means you'll have to wash your hair every day. And if you've been paying attention, then you know that's a big no. Instead, use a conditioning mask on your hair before you work out or when you get back. Get rid of the sweat by using the cold function on your blow dryer. Being sensitive. Some parts of your hair, like your hairline, are more delicate than other parts of your hair, so be careful with those areas. Be gentle when you wash, brush, and blow dry those areas. Diet and supplements. Anyone who tells you that relying solely on a hair routine, no matter how good the hair routine is, can save you from hair loss is lying to you. You need to add taking supplements to your routine to reduce your chances of hair loss. Minoxidil. If you've ever used any hair growth product, you've probably already used minoxidil without realizing it, as it's used in a lot of hair care products to stimulate hair growth. If you haven't, then go out and get any hair growth product with minoxidil in it and apply it to your scalp twice daily. Finasteride. This one comes in a pill form and prevents your hair from excessively shedding or thinning. It is required that you take this daily, but check with your doctor before you take it, as it can have some side effects. Biotin. Biotin is also a supplement, and it comes in a gummy form or a pill form. Take this daily too. Vitamins. Hair growth vitamins are essential if you want to maintain length and volume. If you don't get enough iron, folic acid, zinc, vitamins B12 and B7, vitamin C and D that help your follicles produce hair naturally, you can forget about growing thick hair. Red light therapy devices. Red light therapy works wonders for your hair. It stimulates hair follicles and promotes hair growth. Full hair is essential to your attractiveness as a man, so it's not something to take lightly. The tips in this video will save you from a lifetime of baldness. Let me know in the comments which tip you're excited to try.